Hey guys, welcome back to Tomatoes, Poppies, and Everything Gardening. I'm Heather from Zone 7B in Virginia. So as soon as we get back home from walking, I'm walking Tonto, my dog, we're going to work on my Greenstalks. It's not a half bad day today, 85 I think, and the heat index is only 90, 95. That's a lot better. That's an improvement. So we're going to work on the Greenstalks. They need a lot of help. Unfortunately, Tonto is not much help when it comes to gardening. So he will just be keeping watch. So as we're entering July, I'm curious, like, what are you guys growing in your Greenstalks? Because I'm at the point where mine are not fully seeded or planted because some of the plants are just so huge, it's blocking the light. So what do? Do you just leave those empty? Do you put something like shade? Those are the things I'm thinking about today as we get ready to go home and get busy. All right guys, let me share with you the incredible mess we are dealing with on my deck. I've got 3 Greenstalks and they are doing fairly well despite being a little bit overgrown right now. The strawberries are pretty much done and they're kind of a mess. So we're not going to do much to the strawberries except maybe check on those baby beets. I did harvest all the lettuce. Right before it was severely bolting, we were able to eat it. I think I've got some weeds growing there, or that is celosia from last year that self-seeded. It's kind of what it's looking like. Yeah, I think that might be celosia. If it is, it's the flamingo variety. It's really pale pink that will darken as the season progresses. So we're not going to do anything to this 7-tier leaf today because in the fall I think I'm going to switch out those strawberries and put a different variety and relocate these and take all the time out of the tiers because it's taken over and making everything very messy. So we're just going to focus on this tier and this tier, and either now or at the end of the video I'll put some screenshots of what I currently have planted in each tier. And I'm going to move them out and show you too. But first we're going to take all of these Tiny Tim tomatoes and harvest them and remove the plants. And even though I absolutely love parsley flowers, it's dragging the ground, it's making everything messy, and I really need to clean this area up. It's become like a mosquito haven. So I'm going to trim up the parsley as well and the thyme as we come upon it. Parsley trimmed. First Tiny Tim tomato removed. I will probably maybe put some seeds for another microdwarf if it can get developed within, say, 60 days, maybe 65-ish. And something I'm trying this year is growing roses with tomatoes. So this is just a beautiful little plant that I got as a gift. It was an indoor miniature rose, and you can actually move those outdoors after they've bloomed inside and you want to give them a fresh new life. Just move them outside. So I'm trying this one in the Greenstalk because I thought that would be absolutely beautiful to have on my Greenstalk. Just in a few minutes, this is looking so much better. I trimmed the thyme and I also trimmed the leaves here on this geranium kiss. This is a great tomato to grow in your Greenstalk. He's about at mature height. Looks like there's some sweet alyssum back here not getting enough sun or water. I need to water that. So I've also got an eggplant growing in my Greenstalk. They do really well in Greenstalks, but you can see this is a part sun location here. And so the leaves are really big. Really pretty though. That is a gorgeous plant. It's shading my tomato, so I'm just going to remove this one leaf and give this guy some sun. I went ahead and removed 3 leaves total. And you can see this guy's put on a lot of growth since I tied up last. So I'm going to go look for a new stick because he needs a taller stick at this point. And hopefully I have one around here somewhere. Okay, much better. I prefer bamboo, but this will work. I'm going to go ahead, trim this thyme, trim the lower leaves on this geranium kiss. And it looks like I've got seeds from something that was here before, maybe developing. And nothing down there. There's going to be a lot of empty pockets, I'm afraid. I don't think there's anything in these pockets at all. So we may have to look at our seeds later and decide what we can put. think I'm going to take this leaf too. You can see someone's been munching. I'm going to cut back this kitten catmint. And I found this poor guy. I pruned him just a little bit and gave him a steak. Hopefully he'll come around. Looks like we got a marigold hanging on. Throw these dried seed pods down in there. Maybe we'll get some free plants. I think I'm going to cut back this Italian sage as well because it looks like maybe leaf miner in there. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Hopefully not spider mites. Plant was spinach, but you can see it dropped its seeds, and now we have some free baby spinach plants. This is, I think, Catalina maybe. Sprinkled the seeds over here as well, and more in here. And I think that might be a baby lettuce or a weed, but it kind of looks like a baby lettuce. I'm just going to leave it there and see what happens. It's really too hot for lettuce, but it germinated. It could be a weed though. Another volunteer spinach. And we're getting close to back to the beginning on this side here. But this draining kiss, this is the third one on this Greenstalk. It's not looking as well. So I'm going to prune it a little more. It's a determinate. You really shouldn't prune a whole lot, but I'm going to cut off all the brown. Even the fruit here. Trim it up. It could be because of the sage right here hogging up all the sun. Or maybe some pest pressure that it's bringing. You wouldn't think any pests would want to bother sage. But who knows? Who knows? And this Greenstalk is completely done. I've opened everything up quite a bit. Lots of airflow now. I did see a couple leaf hoppers, sharpshooters. Hopefully this will help keep things more manageable and healthier. I forgot to trim this up though. I'm going to do that real quick. And now we're going to move on to that Greenstalk, which is going to be more trickier because there's actually a bird nest in there with a mama bird and her little eggs. It is so humid and so hot. Yeah, I was looking this one over. Beets are not ready. This is definitely probably celosia. We're not going to work on this. We're just going to save this for another day when it's nice and cool. So now we got to work on this one. And you can see I've got a major problem. My stick has broken twice. That is the second bamboo stick that this plant has broken. So I think what I'm going to do is get one of the metal ones, the green metal ones, and just use that. And it looks like there could be a little bit of rot bottom starting there. So probably we'll give him a little bit of a treatment that I use to prevent blossom end rot. And I've made several videos on that. So that looks much better. Now this plant is called New Big Dwarf. I have two on this tier on the bottom. They were supposed to be the exact same size as the Geranium Kiss, about 2.5 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall. You can see they're much, much bigger. So I'm probably going to have to give him a stronger stick as well. But at least we got this guy up off the ground, and he will right himself with gravity over the next week or two. And he did have a lot of ugly blossoms. So we've had so much high heat, like even up to 100. And so when it's so hot, you get a lot of brown and black blossoms. And then sometimes they get stuck. They don't come off easily. And so I like to go around and try to remove them when I can to help prevent having a really ugly bottomed fruit eventually. Now you can't obviously get to all of them, so I just do what I can. Alright, so now the problem is with that mama bird. So let me show you the nest. It is right here. It is right in here with this jalapeno plant. I was thinking about going ahead and picking all these jalapenos. And then I'm going to soak them. I've got some vinegar water right there. I don't normally do that with peppers, but because the bird has been in and out of this area, I thought it should be safe, or safer if I just soak the jalapenos in the vinegar water just in case she pooped on them or got something on them. And I see a little pest right there too. All right, so let's get busy. I can probably pull out a lot of these beets too. They look like they've gotten really woody. Probably maybe waited too long. But they did grow fairly well in here, and that was kind of the experiment. And I have used the greens, the beet greens. You can eat those. All right, so let's get this container looking well. Oh, there's another sharpshooter. They're kind of like in the leaf hopper family, and they can spread diseases. They're horrible little bugs. They're so hard to capture because they hide. They run away from you and they hide. That tomato looks so much better. Need to trim just a wee bit down there. Got some bush beans in here. And I think while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and trim up this rose a little. And this is called strawberry mint. It actually kind of smells like strawberry. Not sure if I want the seeds everywhere, so I think I'll just do a cutback real quick, just a wee bit around the edges there. Well, you know what? No, I'm not, because I see a lot of little baby bees. Well, they ran away. So I think the pollinators are probably really loving this plant. So I think I will actually wait a little bit, maybe a week or two. We'll wait a week or two. I think I'm going to leave the beets just a wee bit longer, but I'm taking off all the ugly leaves and just kind of tossing them, just in case I want some beet leaves. I don't have any Swiss chard right now at the moment, but definitely these are way too woody to eat the actual tuber. I am going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut it and plant the top. Since we're getting ready to get a ton of rain, just going to cut it and put the top of the plant over there. And then I'll have two of the, this is Reuben, this is called Reuben basil. So I'm just going to cut it above a leaf node. Just like that. And now I will strip off the bottom leaves, about 4 inches, and then just stick it right there. A little hole with a bamboo stick, and I'm just going to tuck him. I actually cut more like 6 inches of leaves off, just tuck him down in there, push the soil around it, and he should be fine if we get tons of rain. I'm going to pick off a few of these older leaves, and this guy will start to grow new leaves really quickly. Actually, I think I'll cut him back a little bit more. Alright, so I got the potapinos picked, the ones that I thought were big enough to pick. Even some that weren't, I went ahead and picked them because I actually scared the mommy bird away. She flew out of her nest and she's not been back. She keeps chirping at me from somewhere. I hear her. She wants to come back to her babies. Let me show you the nest. But you can see I've trimmed everything up. And I actually put quite a few of those basil cuttings here and there in my empty spots. It's a snapdragon not getting enough sun. So her nest is actually over here now because I wanted to give this tomato more sun. I haven't really been moving them because of the nest, but I thought it would be okay. But it's in here. There's an entryway. Hopefully she doesn't get mad at me. She seems pretty friendly. I don't know, can y'all see anything in there? Whoa. I think she is a Carolina Wren. Oh, I see the baby eggs. Oh my goodness. Look at how pretty. Those are gorgeous. Wow, I'm gonna get some pictures, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video, guys. And I hope you're having a great gardening week, and you'll come back and see my garden tour of the Greenstalks soon. But I did a lot of maintenance today. I think they look really much better, these two Greenstalks. But I need to finish so she can come look at her baby. She's really worried. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.